In theory, I'm live. I think. I can never tell because I'm technologically inept, but if I am live, and there are people here, hello. YouTube having a delay of 3 years doesn't help this. Am I winning, son? We haven't started yet. But hello, fellas. Back at it again with another stream. Can you say first? You can say first. You can say first whenever you want. You are more like 11th, but you can say first. We can't take that from you. Hello, folks. Hope you're listening to while janitoring the floor at work. Nathan Surf Shop, before anything, I'm going to say I'm honored to hear that because I used to have a lot of people that I would listen when I would janitor the floor at work, and I have to say that is one of the nicest compliments I think I can get. Because I was doing that too. So that is an honor. But hello, fellas, one and all. I hope you are having wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. There's Jesus Christ, there's already quite a few of you. Whatever time of day, I hope it's well. I figured, as I'm hoping the stream said, because I am legally required to do that on YouTube's end, this is a sponsored stream. It is once again sponsored by Minimaker, so how about we talk about that right quick, and then we'll get into what we're doing. Sound good? Minimaker, and look, I must apologize. I will be showing you my ugly mug for this, and you can see the air mattress I've been sleeping on for the last 3.5 weeks as a bonus. They are that company that makes the elves on the dinosaurs, which I'm a big fan of. And last time I showed more of them, but as you can see, the room's been updated a bit. And by updated, I mean I'm in theory moving. So I do not have at the moment anything more they've sent me to show you. But Elf on Dinosaur, I feel, is one of those things that it speaks all that needs to be said, you know? I mean, elf riding a dinosaur with a gun on front, yeah? They make, some nice 3D printed minis. They ship them out to you, and if you want some new added to their catalog, you can have it sent right out to you. Show us your insulin. I don't think I will be showing you the insulin, mostly because that goes into me. I am afraid. But you just you can get points when you buy the minis. They ship them right to you. There's no such thing as running out of stock like certain companies. No artificial scarcity. They make them made to order. You get your mini when you get your mini. And if you buy enough minis, you get points to buy more minis with. It is pretty cool, if I must say. I forgot to put the actual link into the pinned comment, but it should be in the description of this stream. So allow me to do. Oh God, you're hearing two of me. Let me just throw this. They ship worldwide. So yes, do they do custom orders? You can request things be added to the what do you call it? To the store. Send them an email, request something, and they might add it, which is pretty neat. So yeah, if you'd like to support me and get yourself some minis, I would use that link. Go buy yourself some Minimaker minis, and yeah. As for this, because it's a sponsored stream, so I would ask. If you'd like to support me, go use that link. Go there. That is how you can support me for this stream. It's sponsored, and I figured that's fair. As for today, someone has already noticed it, which is nice. I chose for a charity stream since it's sponsored. I chose what do you call it? Well, you don't need to look at my ugly mug anymore. We can hide that away now. This beard, by the way, thank you. It's been shaved recently-ish. But it's the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, if I'm getting that correct. Yes, that is correct. thought it was correct, but there was it's quite a lot of F's one after the other there. It is something I chose because it's you know, some close to me. My dad was a firefighter. Was, you know, retired. There was no bad ending to that but, you know, because of that, it's a profession I hold some respect for. And, yeah, it's just a charity I think is worth donating to. What does the charity do? I suppose I could have been much more clear in that description. Helps support the families, you know, organizations of fallen firefighters who, you know, died in work, and helps try and prevent, you know, reduce preventable firefighter death and injury. From my research, it is a good charity. It is a, you know, it is a good one. It's yeah, it's a charity stream. It's sponsored and a charity. So, like I said, if you would like to support me, use the Mini Maker link, and you can get some minis for yourself. If you'd just like to support a good cause, well, the charity is in here. Someone else said something that seemed like a good thing, but I've had a bit of a stroke, and I don't know where to find it. I haven't had a stroke. Yes. So I believe that about covers it. Doing the Lord's work. Well, outside of nothing wrong to give back every now and again, especially because this is I don't know. But with that out of the way, and, you know, every now and again I will mention, you know, the sponsor and the charity. As I said, again, one more time, it's a sponsored stream, so if you'd like to support me, click the link and get some stuff, get some cool minis, get a little bit of a discount. And if you'd like to just support a good cause, I recognize the stroke. God, you are so right. You can use the game as a tax write-off. I think I bought Mountain Blade well too long ago for that to count as a tax write-off. There are other things I can, but this game, Mountain Blade, is not one of them. There's some kind of time limit with that. I would need to ask the fine gentleman who helps me with my taxes for the specifics on that. Buy it again so you write it off. I like the spirit. I like the spirit. But yeah, so with that, you know, for the stream itself, right? Because it is still a stream, sponsor and charity or not. I was, you know, I like Warsword Conquest, so I thought, why don't we make a new game and see how we do here, right? So that being said, what am I doing, fellas? As you can probably guess, almost every game I've played, I have been elf magic person, because magic in this mod is very funny. It's quite funny, if I had to say so. Thank you, Matthew James, for the 5 to the Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It's much appreciated. And I can't scroll back far all the way up, by the way, because I know someone else donated to it. And thank you to the other person who donated. It is appreciated. Anyway, we have one for elf. How about, you know, I can make a poll. We have the power. I'm not an animal. We can figure this out. I could only add 4 options, which is a tremendous pain in the ass with all the options. How about, you know what? We'll do it like this. We'll divide them on AOS lines because it's convenient. Order, chaos, death, destruction. Thank you very much, by the way, Soul G, for the 20 to the Fallen Firefighter, National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It is much appreciated. Order would be things like the elves, dwarfs, humans, of course. Chaos is, beastmen, chaos warriors. Death is undeath, be it tomb kings, vampire, what have you. Destruction is orcs, although I'm thinking, based off the winner of this poll, I'm going to add Skaven as a separate thing. Holy sweet mother, thank you very much, Persuasive Wink, for the 300 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. That... fucking hell, Chief. That is much appreciated. Oh, and I see, it's occurring to me that, when I looked up the... what do you call it? In the stream setting, let me see if I can't change that a bit. Not that it ultimately matters at the end, right? But for some reason... in fact, I'm going to refresh the stream right quick. Ah, no, never mind. It was gone. That was just YouTube being glitchy on my end. Where did the poll go? The poll should still be up. To my knowledge, it is still up. Alright, so we got most of the people here have voted. I'll give it like another minute of yammering. Yeah, well, the goal's been surpassed thanks to one very supportive person and everyone else who's donated as well already, which, whatever you give, it is appreciated. And again, to my knowledge, the way YouTube charities work is that YouTube handles everything directly, which is much appreciated because I'm a damn fool. Maybe I shouldn't say few and get myself excommunicated. One of the things YouTube does do well. I can give them credit for that much. But, yeah. So, once again, before we start proper, click on the link, get yourself some minis. That's for how this stream you can support me. And though the goal has been passed, to my knowledge, charity doesn't end until it runs out of time. So, support me. Click on the link. You get yourself some cool minis along with it. And if you'd like to support the charity, donate to the charity. But aside from that, it would seem Order is winning, which I'm kind of surprised. I thought everyone would think Funny Orc would be the move. So, alright, Order it is. Let's end the poll. Okay, so, yes, slop for the good of others. Slop for the good of others, indeed. Good of others and good of myself. Is that not the... Why not go for the best of both worlds, right? So, Order it is. I must apologize. That is just the way it goes. Alright. Round 2 of the polling. There will be a potential third round of poll. Wow. Normally people don't pick the way I want them to pick. Yep, no, it evened out. Never mind. That's what I get for opening my mouth. For a moment, the elves were winning, and you all made me excited. I thought I'd get to be an elf and be happy and pleased. Come on. You're very close, fellow elf fans. Yes, I know Rock and Stone, but also consider that magic is really fun in this game. Please, come on. It's right there. Come on. You are almost there. You are almost there. I'm letting... Yep, okay, come on. In the interest of fairness, I will not immediately end it now that the elves are winning, but you know what I want. If there's anything I will try and, rig it for, it is elf. And yes, I don't mind rigging something for this. It is rigged. You are completely correct. Glory to Assyrian. Think of the ale. I'm already drinking... This isn't ale. This is grog, what I'm drinking right now. I'm going to be honest with you fellas. So, well, enough of the chat has voted that I feel fine cheating. Elf win. It is an Aryan's will. Alright, alright. Look. You get one more poll. And this one, I won't, I will not influence this one in any way. The Supreme Leader knows... The regime knows best. This vote will not be influenced. I will stay silent. You all know what I'm about when it comes to the elves. Actually, between Marathi and Teclis, I guess, I swing both ways, as it were. In as many ways as you feel to take that. So pick what you will. Soviet voting system? You're absolutely correct. Marathi ain't that hot, don't be edgy. You think... You can say whatever you want about my opinions, but I promise you, I do think she is. Jay Hubler, I do what I do, and if that situation were to arise, I think I would just let the dice fall where they may. Have you read The Expanse? I have not, but I should. And what game is this? This is Mount and Blade Warband, but it is the Warsword Conquest mod, which turns everything into Warhammer fantasy. Did I watch the new Phase members debut? I didn't know they had new members. Did they have another wave? I know there's the one where, Mari and Sleepy joined, but I didn't know there was another one after that. Oh, and, oh no. Hang on a minute. I need to... Cleo. I might have forgotten her name. I don't watch her too much. I did not know there was another one after that, no. Am I going to make an Unforgiven video now that the lion is back like you did for the blueberry? The problem with me making another Primarch video isn't even that, Warhammer is a fairly saturated market for videos, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't think competition is, for the most part, a real thing. All right, I shouldn't say it's not a real thing, but I don't think competition on YouTube is nearly as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Because I feel most people watch a YouTube video for, the person presenting the video, right? This is the Warsword Conquest for Mount and Blade Warband, by the way. I will probably be saying that quite a few times. So, my lack of interest in making a Primarch video is not because, there's a lot of them. Which is also me, that's not me saying I would do it any better or worse than other people, right? It is what it is. I don't think that my channel is better or worse than others. I think it's different, and people that like my different little style come to watch me. So, I don't think it's a matter of competing with people. I think that I'm just not interested, for the most part. I just am not the biggest fan of Primarchs. I like them as legends. Boss, please let me make polls. I don't know how to give you that power. I'm gonna be honest. It is not a matter of a lack of giving you permission. It's a matter of, I've already made you a mod, I don't know how to give you further power. But it would seem the Dark Elves are winning today. You know, the reason there's not more Primarchs videos is just because I simply... Just message me a poll you want, and as long as it isn't completely devious, I will make it. Dark Elves it is, by the way. As much as I would prefer High Elves. Alright, I'm not bothering to make this a poll. Am I a son or a daughter of the Dark Elves? It's not that I don't like 40k. I know people have said that before. I do not have anything against 40k. There is a lot of daughters of the Wood Elves, or of the Dark Elves going on. You know, if I want to do magic, I suppose it would be best to be a daughter of the Dark Elves. Thank you, Anonymous, for the $10 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It is much appreciated. Daughter for the Marathi Toxic Yuri. See, you see now this person, Alex McCary, apologies if I said that wrong, you know how to get me to pick. Now, I don't know what any of these choices are. I roughly know what the ones in base warband are in terms of determining stats, right? And some of these are obvious. You know, the bodyguard's probably going to give you higher strength, crossbow, agility, and points in crossbow. I'm assuming Assassin would be the best one to do, because wearing armor as a wizard in this game is a fast track to the grave. Or, well, ruining your spells, rather. Which will put you in the grave. You have to go out of your way to learn magic initially. Am I a son of Jack or a Talos supporter? I don't know what that means. If you mean Talos in the Elder Scrolls, then yeah. We're gonna go Assassin for the sake of, I think that will give me the best stats up to there. See, no, you can't start with magic off rip in the mod, to the extent of my knowledge. Now, if I pick student or scribe, one of them, I'm not sure which would be better. I'm assuming student. I will start with more intelligence, which is the magic stat. Now, see this? I've got nothing for. I really want to make our fine lady a Blood Bowl player, because Blood Bowl is in front of me, and that's incredibly funny. Sabrina S., thank you for the 5 for the Fallen Firefighter Foundation. He doesn't know about Warhammer Twitter. Yeah, I go out of my way to ignore it, because every time I see stuff about it, it's upsetting. Blood Bowl? Are we ruining the build in order to say our character was a Blood Bowl star? It seems that football is outweighing any amount of calls to make the build actually functional. Michael Kreider, thank you for the 5 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. That's much appreciated. All right, Blood Bowl it is. For these, now see, I don't know if a single one of these matter. Like, I legitimately, even in normal Mountain Blade, like this ending one, I don't know what any of these do. I don't know if they matter. I want to say a prophecy, because look, I've been making the lore as we go for this, right? We have our aspiring witch elf, and I get our aspiring sorceress, right? She was a student who decided she would go to Blood Bowl, and then she had a prophecy that if she conquered the world, she could play Blood Bowl again. I think that's what we're going to go with. Yes, I would like to cheat. What are we naming our fine character? Perfect. So, for the sake of the build, I'm going to put a bunch into Charisma. Not Charisma, Intelligence. And then another in Intelligence. This is how you do magic, right? Once you get at least one, I think it's in mana control or magic power. Once you get one in magic control, you can go to the guilds and do stuff, right? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I gotta put all these points in again. I'll put them into two-handed weapons, why not? Maybe we'll get a nice big toy. Okay. Name them after the Thalmor? No, I quite like the elves in Warhammer. Even the Dark Elves. Is the Iron Colossus of Nuln the real unit? I don't... No, it is not. Yeah, I do not think it ever was a real unit. To my knowledge, that is just someone who had fun with modding. Which, you know what? Good. A guy from Illinois has 300 plus people watching him. The future is weird. Well, fun fact. You know what? We'll turn on the camera again, right? To, you know, behold the air mattress, as you saw, right? There's me. There's what I've been sleeping on for 3 weeks. Recently, I have moved from the barren hellhole of Illinois to the barren hellhole of Indiana, because that barren hellhole is at least cheaper. Unfortunately, my ISP, I've had to cancel and then switch, because for 2 weeks they've been just screwing me over in all conceivable ways. And then the new ISP, Xfinity, they just didn't have the cables underground where I live. So I did not move to Gary. So they need to dig those and set that up, which is no problem, but it has meant that in theory I have a home in Indiana. In practice, because I'm one of those, how you say politely, parasites on society that does YouTube as a job, you know, I kind of need the internet. Oh God, anyone other than Xfinity? Now you say that. You do say that. As someone, again, you know, I don't want to get in libel suits. I will say that there is, you know, I did have to switch my prior provider because they were never actually my provider. It never worked. I never got the equipment. And when I did finally get the equipment, it wasn't all the equipment I needed. Which is why it has been almost 4 weeks and I have not lived in my house. You said I'm a fan of Gundam? I don't remember saying that, I have to confess. I do like looking at Gundams, and I've built a small little Gundam, but I have to confess, I don't remember saying I've never watched a Gundam. Was told to make her old, so we made her old. White hair? Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, never mind. Who said make her old? You cooked. You cooked. All right, let's see what we got. Which one of these hairstyles is most former Blood Bowl player to you? That one, I feel like this one speaks to me as former Dark Elf Blood Bowl player. No, this is definitely more former Blood Bowl player. How do you feel about Freerun as Warhammer's superior Farseer to Eldrad? Yeah, but yeah, you know, just Freerun. She's pretty cool. I like Freerun. Give her spiked hair. This is still using Mountain Blade Warband. Remember, the customizations on available are not the most extensive. Just as a result of the hair. Bald got her hair punched off by an orc in her last game. That's... I like your funny words, Magic Man. They speak to me. I got when I said Gundams are awesome in the Tau video. I did say that. You know that I understand how that would give you the impression. That was more of a general statement that Gundams are awesome. She looks like the Blood Bowl ball. See, I'm not bald. The one, thank you for the 10 Australian. Didn't need to do that, but thank you. Even at my lowest, I am still a family guy. Fucking Christ. Hell yeah. Battletech or Armored Core? Probably Battletech. Definitely Battletech. Come up with a lore of why she's bald? We've already been told why she's bald. As El Duderino has said, she had her hair punched off in her final game of Blood Bowl. Charity in my country. Is that a thing? The charity's fucking region locked. Alright. Oh, see, and there's another one by Joram. With the removal of her hair, her mind was open to the power of magic. See? Now you're getting it. There we go. We have our character. Funny as it would be to just start in Altdorf, I don't think I'll be doing that. Where is Dark Elf Land? Clarkarond. Here we. You know what? We're starting here. There's Marathi off rip. Now the first thing everyone should do in a Mount and Blade game is see where the tournaments are. So that being said, enter the arena. Let's see, where Grand Prix. None of these sound like Dark Elf territory, and in fact, I think in most of these places, I will be shot on sight. Okay, so that does throw an immediate, kind of a bit of a wrench in the plan. Yeah, believe it or not, the High Elves don't like me. Nippon doesn't like me. Also, before you ask, no, I don't know why Nippon is in Nagarond. They just are for the purposes of the mod. The Luther Harkon likes me. We'll give that. Lizardmen don't actually hate me. All right, let's see what the standing is here. Beastmen, Skaven like me. Not a surprise that Bretonnia doesn't like me. Empire doesn't like me. The Chaos Dwarves definitely don't like me, but Chaos itself seems to be neutral. Kislev doesn't mind, and the Undead don't mind. Orcs like me. Dwarfs? Dwarfs don't like me, as is expected. And the Goblins don't mind me either. Oh, it's so, okay. What is that? I was trying to... Oh my god, I didn't know... I can't... Wow, that is absurd. That's just how that's working. Narrative style of the Black Marauder video made it unique. I was going for that, so I'm glad to hear it worked and that you enjoyed it. Alright, I forgot where the tournaments all are. Which, you know, I'm a little silly. Okay, where are we going? Arena... We might be able to make it to Miragliano. That is a maybe. Just about everywhere else is either out of reach or they don't like me. Actually, I don't. Also, I'm hesitant to take any Lizardmen tournaments because they're really buggy. Wait, did it say Hexawaddle? No. Oh, there is one in Hexawaddle. Okay, so we're gonna just accept the fact that we're going to get jumped by bandits on the way there. I don't start with a horse. but we're going for a journey. I can probably turn the music on. Usually the music's off because I have something in the background, you know. But we'll get a little bit of music going. You see, there's this. There's only 8 of them, but all I have is a sword. Also don't know where they're at. I believe I found them. Yeah, see, this is going about how I expected. Yeah, see, this is why I really like horses in this game. They're really convenient. Benadryl, welcome. They will let me go sooner or later. Why are we in Japan? Because Japan has decided to move. The tournament is on. So, in spite of the massive wounds our character has, we're going to go to the arena. We're going to get in on one of the melee fight. I believe I've just automatically won the melee fights. Because I don't know if they can get up to me. So we're just going to hang out here, make some easy money, and then go to the tournament and pray that I win. This is Total War music, isn't it? Yep, this is our own Total War. Most clothed Dark Elf? Yeah. Oh, they can get to me. Please give me your sword. Bo Boob for the $5 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Thank you very much. It is appreciated. I'm just gotta let your stuff breathe. Such is the power of mod makers when it's been a bit of a dry spell, I suppose. She's airing it out. You don't gotta word it like that. There should be music. Can anyone hear the... Can you even hear the game? Because if you can't hear the music, I have a sinking suspicion you can't hear the game. Nothing but the sound of my voice. Okay, that is... I suppose it wouldn't be a stream I'm doing if I wasn't competent about it. So we'll deal with that in a moment. Before this man beats me up. Archery is truly a wondrous thing in this game. You just have to kind of pray. Okay. There's R for immersion. It should be noted, there are technically, you know, bras on a bra on this woman. Someone have a gun over there. Well, hey, if they're all fighting each other, it's not my... technically, truly the savior of the censored. Yeah, you know, when you don't play a game for a while, you load it back up, sometimes you get surprised. You know, sometimes you go, hey, I wonder... let's do an arena battle. Ah, yes. Her whole ass is just out. Alright, 1,000 gold. We have clothes again, which is ideal, and that should be enough to make some very nice bets in the tournament. And I start with a gun. Oh, hello. It would appear everyone left also has a firearm. The nice thing about this funny little game is that magic counts as a firearm, so the better I get at shooting people, the better I get at casting magic. How'd you get this mod to work? Arcane processes that were a very large pain in the ass. Now I run away, because that is a big, scary man. American Magic? Yes. Ugh. Alright. Now I can tab out and try and figure out why there's no audio output capture. We should in a moment. One of these options will surely be what I need. Alright, I think I've fixed it. There should actually be audio in this game now. It only took me a slick 43 minutes into the stream for there to be audio that wasn't me, but that's fine. I missed. Good luck, brave beastman. I have full confidence in you. Oh, look, he died. Now, I don't know if you noticed what just happened there, but to lay it out, I shot him in the face, and he took 0 damage. Worrying. Alright. Maybe not as bad as I thought. Where are my opponents? I found my opponents. Truly Mountain Blade combat. You heard of the Rubik's Raptor / Ignis? I'm unsure. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can come down to me now and fight me amongst my friends. Alright, see, now we're much calmer waters, as it were. Where's... oh, okay. I have no additional weapons. It's fine. It's easily handleable. Skeleton plus cool hat. You know, they are pirates. I will give them that. They know how to find some cool hats. Alright, 1 round left. All we have to do is fight our new Chaos buddy. Where is he? I found him. He is quite large. Where's my shield? Pieces. I'm pretty sure he hits me once. He did have a name. Dagorn. Rogaldor's stupid son. Chat moving so fast, nobody knows I'm straight. I found you. Alright, we've earned ourselves a nice 10 grand. Unfortunately, this tournament was here. Now, horse merchant. I'm noticing a problem with the horse merchant. He ain't got any horses. Alright, but we can level up at least, so we're going to do the process of making a mighty wizard and dump everything into intelligence and magic control. Do they have? No, of course they don't. Why would they? Some fast travel would be great. To travel through this country that despises me. But... Alright, they're much too preoccupied with actual enemies to give a damn about me. Please, please, don't worry. Leave me alone. Alright, we're back in friendly territory. Friendly. We're in Nagaroth. But, you know. Boy, buy cheese. Why do... I will... Oh, weekly budget. No, that was the weekly budget thing that came up, but it's just me, so, you know. There ain't no budget. See who's in the tavern. Very large man. You. Nothing. See what we got for horses. I have no riding skill. Is this true? Not even a single point in riding. Is he even reading these? I am going back and forth between chat on account of the fact that I am looking at my phone to see chat. You're a Mountain Blade enjoyer? Mishmash, I swear we've talked... Well, actually, no, I don't think we have. I think we mostly just talk about Transformers and nonsense. Okay, well... Maybe I can buy a halfway decent weapon, at least. Actually, no. Surely magic. I can learn magic. I don't remember what any of these lores do very much, so, please buy a second monitor. One day. One day there will be a second monitor. Brother, what's the mod? I'm playing the Drink Desire more Mountain Blade. This is Warsword Conquest. We're gonna look up magic and see what we have. List of magic schools. I mean, death magic, you know, is speaking to me on account of death magic, right? If I remember correctly, the area of effect of it is quite funny. And that it just kind of kills everything. Dark magic, though, is also there, you know. It doesn't have any major AoE death spells, though. So I think we're going with death magic today. Let me hang on. The wiki trip is almost finished. You see, the problem with death magic is it does require me to have a high leadership, and if I remember correctly, yes, indeed, that is a charisma skill. Can you do multiple schools? You cannot. You only get one, even if you're an elf. That's why I really like the lore of Heaven's magic, which I could learn. It would require me to get into, you know, the high elf lands, though. They don't like me much. You know, no, in the sake of being, you know, different to normal, let's do death magic. Is it all leadership based? No, one of them is an athletics test. I'm just not the biggest fan. You know what? Let's look at fire. Yes, good old fireball, classic. It sure is a fireball. Another thing. No, that's different. There's that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go fire. Me like blow things up. Please get some Subway Surfers. No, you know Subway Surfers. We burn. Let's learn about it. Me make fire. do need to buy spells. I will not be buying a staff yet on account of, you know what, I'll buy a shitty one. Yeah, alright, Fireball. We'll go with Fireball. Fireball's solid. Is there anything else I am missing? I will not be changing my armor at the moment, as it is quite fine what I have. Me make fire. Ugg circa 10,000 BC. Mor Athi is a proud descendant of Ugg. Now let's go to the marketplace. We got a decent amount of money. Whoever said buy cheese, congratulations. I'm now giving you what you want. Cheese is being acquired, as is shitty other food. Now, as with any good Mount and Blade game, it's time to go press the peasantry into working for me. Both because that is a morally just thing to do, and because I quite need to level up. At this point, I'm not even concerned about magic. I just desperately want a horse. The biggest downside of this mod, by the way, is none of the control. Speaking of which, I don't much remember the keys for magic. Yes, indeed. Magic is not listed here. Okay, back to Clark Harand we go. Alright. We must fight rats first. Okay, level 1 Mountain Blade, You boosts mana. One of these other buttons makes it more stable. Not L. Fuck it, everyone charge, why not? Use the cheese and distract them. I don't even know where the rats are at the moment. Oh, hey, they have guns. I missed. I fired, and I missed. Methinks this, this battle does not go in my favor. I'm gonna turn around and see a dozen rats, aren't I? Do not buy the sword from Wish, fellas. My character clearly did not learn that. Well, I've hit level 3, so the mass amount of dead people in my wake is not much of concern. Now, getting shot was a concern, and I just got shot. I've been taken prisoner. I wonder how. They stole my oil. I'm noticing that none of the Dark Elf patrols bothered to help me with this predicament. In other factions, that would be a complaint. I am playing a Dark Elf, such is life in Nagaroth. Oh, hey, look, there's the army. Not where I needed it. So, all things considered, that wasn't great, but I did level up, which means I can, please God, get a horsey. And now the game is playable. What did the Skaven do with prisoners? Nothing you want to know, I know that. Oh, there's new people here. You are not. Never mind. Nerthen. 300 gold, come on with me, Nerthen. Welcome to the party, Nerthen, everyone. He's here to Nerth. Nothing nearby is still happening. That's just kind of infuriating. What is Stromsod? I have no idea what that is. Oh, it's up here. I really got to shout out to this, by the way. Unholy Sight. I stopped jorking it to be here. Well, I'm glad I could prove, you know, at least in theory, more interesting than your hog. Alright, now it's time to go around, hire more randos. Unfortunately, it would seem most of this continent is on fire, which is less than helpful for my purposes. Alright, just like that, we have a full party. Not much of a party, but it is a full party. There's another person here with a name. I will disband one of you. There's Ikedi. Come here, Ikedi. 2,100 gold. Still no tournaments in a spot that's the slightest bit helpful. So, okay. I no longer have a plan. Let's go to a dungeon. Maybe in that time, you know, we'll take a peek in the dungeon. Actually, we'll spend time waiting here. I don't think this town is going to be under Dark Elf control for very long. Alright, so once again, it's time for a fight, but I do have a horse this time. Mishmash. Thank you, Mishmash, for the $5 to the Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It's much appreciated. So unfortunately, one of the features of this mod is enemies can dodge. So you go to hit them, doesn't happen. Now, you can be able to dodge, no problem. But early in the game, you don't have dodge, and a lot of enemies do. So you sit there feeling like an idiot to try and hit people over the head. Do I have a poison sword? I might have a poison sword. That might be the only Morrowind-esque combat. Yeah, it's like that, but still, I would still hold better. I have enough that I care for range, so let's just get all warriors. Nerthan is wounded. I'm sorry to tell you all. Nerthan has been, yeah, Nerthan is down, but he's not out. Yeah, it's fun. If enemies that say dodge their attacks, some of you will not hit them. These people are definitely on horses. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Now, the problem with dungeons, right, is that they kind of a little bit blow. We're not going to do difficulty 1. We will up it a little bit to 4. And I'm probably going to just horribly lose, to be blunt with you. Case in point, Mountain Blade combat being what it is, I'm getting passed around for, you know, murder. Correct, Yorham. I have in fact been nerfed. That's why it's good to have at least 3 companions in your party before you go into a dungeon. Because otherwise you get nerfed. Back to Clark Arand. Back to pray a tournament happens this side of the hemisphere. Off to the realm of chaos we go. No, don't worry. There is something we can do here. Alright, we can't do it yet, but I think if I just kill one of them, I can cheat this game's whack-ass combat, you know, deployment. And just leave. Do any of you have guns? Yeah, see, I can't even... I'm barely hurting them at this point, is the chief problem I face. Okay, so classic Mountain Blade combat is going as it does. I've hit level 4. I'm now going to retreat and just leave. I've supposedly leveled up. Absolute rat hours. Yeah, that's what it was. Bald lesbian and her Uma versus New Yorkers. What's even the strat? The strategy in this game is that if you keep retreating after you kill like one guy, you can just leave. You will have to fight them again inevitably. But if you rinse and repeat that often enough, and if you retreat before they get into range of the rest of your army, you usually don't lose any units. I do usually want to level firearms, but also the more I do magic, the more firearms will level up, so I'm not as concerned with putting points into it. I missed. See, now I'm going to turn around, and there should be sufficient distance that I take extreme damage and basically die. So, we're gonna go on, two of my finest soldiers. Stay behind and die for me if you wouldn't mind. What is party morale at? It's still at high. And I'm also still forced trying to fight people. Should I get Bannerlord? I've not played too much of Bannerlord, to be honest. I like Warband. Now, I didn't do that for cheating purposes. I did that because apparently I have dropped my spell. Look, I'm perfectly happy to admit to you when I'm cheesing the game. When I drop my magic, that's a little problematic. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, my attempt to cast it fails. You know what? Everyone charged. Fuck it. Into the thick of it. Surely one of those will hit. Alright. Is this not the finest display of tactics? Running around them like an asshole and throwing fire in their face? I missed. I missed. Technically hit. Fun fact, you can headshot with magic. You can also, as you would also guess, blow your own troops away and self with magic. I will need money to sell things when I finally reach the Chaos Wastes. And I'm also going to be making the assumption that I'm not going to get jumped by Dark... Early Mountain Blade is a magical thing. I love going 5 feet before being jumped. Everyone charging again, why not? The plus side is, you know, every murder I get, that is more experience, which means, you know, the character levels up. I gotta look positively, because if I don't look positively, I'm gonna realize I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. I hate... I leave more men behind me to cover my retreat. Please leave me alone. Why do they hate me so much? Morale is finally low. Behold random garbage. I'm gonna intervene in this fight. I can't because I'm too wounded. Please. What's the mod? Warsword Conquest for Mountain Blade Warband. Also known as Dick Stomp Flat Mod. Fuck you for having fun. But that's a new title I've just given it. Nothing more joyful than fire bouncing off a wooden shield. We're at least level 5 now. I should be grateful. I should be grateful. And not full of hate. I want to be full of hate. See, firearms is going up plenty fast without us putting points into it. Now, I should also again add another fun fact. I don't know what tangible benefits it makes my spells be better. Just that in some way it does. I'm at least breaking all their shields, so I missed. This is, I hope this is as interesting for you as it is for me. This fine viewing experience. Fair to elf play, at least. What are you saying mean thing about elves? Cain demands your wrath. Cain is getting mediocre wrath. But we have cheese. Why? Why? Yes, I will once again be sacrificing men behind me to die for the cause. I will now be surrendering. I will be surrendering. So functionally, what we've gotten out of the game so far, right? Won a tournament. That's a win. That's just a dub. Got in about 100 Dark Elves killed. Largely through incompetence. And have been captured twice. Am I missing anything? We also learned how to be magical. I regret to inform you all that Nerthan has been lost. He's gone. There is no more Nerthan. Captured thrice, pardon me. Nerthan, I don't remember when he vanished, but he vanished in one of these battles. Pellinal Whitestrake. I'm accidental Pellinal Whitestrake, which is much less impressive than actual Pellinal Whitestrake. Maybe Nerthan will be here. If I pray hard enough, Nerthan will return to me. He has not. There is this guy. Okay, we'll keep that Cult Master guy in mind, because I'm happy to give people to die for. I mean, look at that. Look, if this is my drinking palace, he nerfed too close to the sun. On the bright side, let me check party morale. It's average, because it's only me. What would be the thankful to Kane and Jurgen? Would it be Ehrman? I mean, there was that one demon princess of Slanesh that kept messing with Kane. There has been a tournament in an area I can reach without instant death. Another point into writing, because horsey is good. Firearm, and to Nagarond we go. Right, we'll once again fight a... Please, thank God, you are just a Dark Elf army. First time anyone has ever said those words, by the way, I have to wager. So we're going to go to the arena. We need to earn ourselves more money, because we do not have enough for maximum money. Right, I'm once again naked. What do we need from Nagarond? Money. I need money. And to level up horse archery. Because I believe that is what determines accuracy for spells on horseback, as well as everything else. That man has a bow and is cheating. Now we just need to wait for 34 more people to show up and die. Naked in the snow. I mean, look, the witch elves do that all the time. This is nothing. I am an egg of a human being. Are you immersed? What is kick? It's E. Can you swap to magic? Not in this, I can't. You can do a no-holds-barred tournament where you can bring your own abilities and stuff. The plus side is, if you are a wizard, I think you can bring in wizard powers in that. The downside is it's a no-hold-barred tournament, and there's, people like Malekith or Karl Franz. So you rock up to this a wonderful tournament like that, right? And you go, yeah, I'm a fine wizard myself. I'll kick some ass. And then Karl Franz has a ward save. Ward saves are in this game. They're awful to deal with. Because it's much like the dice roll. It's basically just a 1 in up to 4 no. It's up to a 50% chance you hit someone and they just go, nah. So you go to hit Karl, and he doesn't care. And then he hits you with Galmaraz. And then he hit you with Galmaraz. You died. You are out of the tournament. Alright, we're halfway there at least. There's a Star Wars mod for Warband? Who's left? I'll have to try a Clone Wars Bannerlord mod, because that sounds awesome. Just count on your old word save countering Galmaraz. See, but the way you get a war sword in this game is one of the few major criticisms I had with it, or have with it. You have to win 10 tournaments, which, on its own, I have no problem with. But the only way to get them, aside from temporary spells, is this one dude that can show up in any tavern in the world, and he moves. So, the first time to get a 6-up ward save, it's a 1 in 6 chance you don't get hurt. There's nothing, it's a 6-up ward save. In a game like this, that's pretty solid. I'll take it. It costs 10 grand, which again, it's a 1 in 6% chance in a... Is this technically an RTS? Whatever you call this game, it's a 1 in 6 chance to not take any damage. It should be expensive. The guy who sells it, he just wanders around doing whatever he likes, and you just need to find him, and I don't think there's a way to, reliably find him. You just gotta kind of wander around taverns and hope, he's here. Okay, now, Stick and Stones, I'm gonna need you to tell me how to cheat to find that guy. Because this will make my life a whole lot nicer. Ask the wandering guy. Come on. Yeah. My arm's clipping. Alright, I don't need to be first person anymore. Now, we rinse and repeat. Go to a tournament. Bet a lot of money on myself. We're still running in a circle again, because such is, you know, how it goes. To just hop around checking every... Okay. What is control teleport? I have to confess, I don't think my keyboard has a teleport key. I should note, this is also how I play normal Mountain Blade. Tournament hopping for the first, like, 3 hours. The main difference being, usually as a random nobody, no one's at war with you in Mountain Blade. Unfortunately, you know, the High Elves aren't the biggest fans and all that, you know? You know, I get it. It does mean, aside from the bandits, entire armies despise me, though. Launch the game with cheats enabled when you hold control click. Okay. Well, this is news to me. This is news that I will be making use of. Pretty sure this is a vampire. It is. Zero damage. Come on. Do it again. I missed. Alright, who's left? Not too many, I don't think. Vampires are after my cheese. Aside from some of the whack with getting some certain things, right? There's only one major problem with this mod, right? And that problem is that there is no Swadia. I cannot join in the butter fest with King Haralis. Praise be to Swadia. All your problems can be solved with Swadian Knights. Kill every Rodok you meet. Malekith is unconscious. And my team is not... Okay, did I say my team? There's no team left. Shit. Dodge. Move like the wind. Maybe they'll take pity on me. Is that the Iron Warriors on his chest? They did take pity on me. Okay, we're still in it. No, it was a clutch. The tournament guy took pity on me. We're still in it. I have to remember, this fight isn't just for me, this is for Nerthan. The dealing single-digit damage repeatedly isn't ideal, but we mostly doing alright. Wonderful, wonderful. Where were you during all this? I failed Nerthan. I have a new plan. I am too poor to make it into the tournament. But don't worry, I have another plan. This is way too far back. And in fact, everything I have done up to this point has now been undone because I decided to cheat. Well, kids, don't cheat because this is what it gets you. Oh, this is me and Mountain Blade. Wait, for the love of... Wait, that's... Hang on. We can get Nerthan again. We can rehire Nerthan. All is not lost. No, no, no. Okay, okay, okay. Just passing through. I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through. I'm just... Well, I've already cheated once, so... Look, you know, the first time I cheat, shame on me, you know? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Once you do it the first time, the floodgates are basically open. I feel no shame also. This is Mountain Blade. I will be an honest man in... Okay, you know what? We're just gonna eat this one. We're just gonna eat this one. We're just gonna eat this one. This is my penalty for cheating. I don't like that I'm surrounded by Nippon armies. Can I leave? I don't want to be here. Run away! Okay. What is he eating? I'm eating dirt. You're right, it is only 10 of them. The problem is, right? It's 10-on-1 in Mountain Blade combat. These Chaos Zealots are complete pushovers. But, you know, there's 10 of them. We're hanging in. Okay. Give me these shitty things to sell. I'm going to need them. Okay. That city's actively being raided. But yeah, I definitely don't want to mess with high elves. I thought it was bad prior to, you know, the Skaven tide of bandits. I do not want to fight the Asur. YouTube has said it's time for a break. I know the screen has been open for multiple hours straight. This is what happens when you don't have a second monitor. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, the problem with cheating is you must do it efficiently, right? So what I'm going to do is, oh, can I get a horse that's better? No, looks like we're still locked out at these. That's fine. A horse is a horse. As long as I have a horse, it's a horse. Alright, who's here? Tavern Keep. Are you a... Right, we don't have Nerthen, but we do have Corvus. Corvas. Not, you know, Corvus Corax, but I don't want him. I don't want a Primarch in my fantasy game. So we're gonna save here. So I now have a return cheat point. Yeah, the name of the game is not to not cheat, it is to cheat effectively. I must go back to the lore of fire, magic controls and guide. Yes, okay. B and V were to change scrolls. M is for willpower. Okay, that's what I thought it. Pardon me, thought it was. Time travel, mate. See, there we go. It's not cheating. Oh no, I just hit save. So we are still in the clear. I read chat. Just, you know, I read it every now and again on account of not having two monitors, so it's just kind of on my phone next to me. I am very inefficient. A cheap facsimile of Nerthen. You are not incorrect. So let's get the crappy staff and fireball. I will put fireball in the spell book. Okay. Now we're going to go to Nagarond. And Lord willing, we are going to disband one of them. Lord willing, there will be a Nerthen here. Or there's two witch elves trying to kill me because I walked through the wrong door. Where even are they? There's one. Where fireball? There, fireball. Okay. It's coming together. So I do have tragic news for everyone. Nerthen is not here. We don't have Nerthen. This is the price I pay for my cheating beyond anything else. Two witch elves trying to ruin my night is just... Yeah, that is pretty just lore-friendly, isn't it? I regret to inform you all that we are Nerthless. I'm curious about something. There is no one known as Nerthen in Warhammer Fantasy. This is just a mod character. No Nerthen November. I don't want it to be no Nerthen November. I want my Nerthen. What I am going to do is not go over there. That is hell, where the endless swarms of rats exist. Bright side, if a bunch of leaders start showing up, we know that a tournament is incoming. And there was a tournament here before I started cheating and quitting, so Theoretically. By accident, you helped me with insomnia. I love your video. Well, I'm glad I could help you with that. When did I get these? Well, they're better than what I had, so sure, why not? Actually, no, what is the reach? Because I'm mostly going to be fighting on horseback. Oh, no, the reach is better. Okay. Surely a tournament will happen one of these days. Or Nerthan will show back up. There's the Akedi guy, but I can't afford him if I want money for tournament gambling. Theoretical, Lords equals tournament. Practical, martial AI is not good. You are speaking nothing but the truth, unfortunately. I don't want a wizard, I want Nerthan. Where is my Nerthan? Well, should be another dungeon somewhere around here. How much money do I have? Not enough for what I want to do. But I do have a horse. Some slightly better weapons. Let's go Bullet Boss Glitzstaka. What's happening? What did I miss? I feel like I missed something now. You must choose Nerthan or Karl Franz. Well, see, I don't have to choose because those are two different spheres they occupy, right? Nerthan, he's a security blanket. He's a warm, comforting presence in my darkest hours, right? Karl Franz is a leader and an inspiring, larger-than-life, yet still mortal man, bringing me to victory. You know, they're very different, you know, seats they occupy, right? So comparing them doesn't help anyone. It's time to enter the dungeon. The observant among you will notice I am getting the shit kicked out of me. That is correct. Dylan A. Mr. Quicksilver, donated to 10 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Thank you very much, Chief. It is appreciated. You know, I have a companion I could have brought with, and I don't have an excuse this time. Nerthan was injured previously. I just kind of forgot about Corvus. Tyrion is assaulting Arnheim. I don't want to be anywhere near Arnheim anymore, I don't think. Please, no, no, no. They're a little faster than me, but I can just barely make it to the city. Go away. Yeah, go away. Marcus the Y. I don't remember which one you are. He just sells things. I need to win tournaments. Please be Nerthan. Nerthan! He's here. We found Nerthan. All is well. All is well. Is there an end goal in the game? I mean, I don't really think there is an end goal in this game. You just kind of stop playing when you stop playing. I didn't even look where the tournaments were going to be. I was too excited to see Nerthan. I did save the game. We have Nerthan. Nerthan is with us, and he cannot be taken from us. What's my health at? Okay, okay. See, things are turning around. Okay. We have 2 companions. We're going to try the dungeon. Okay, okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry! Stop hurting Nerthan. Okay, see? All is going alright. Now, the benefit of dungeons is that even if you don't clear them, you can find chests in them that contain anywhere from utter garbage, especially at this low of a level, to unbelievable items that even if they aren't good are worth, or you can't use them, are worth a bajillion dollars. Such as here. See, 3,200 bucks. Ain't bad. Can't use any of these. I don't have ammo in this case, and even if I did, I can't use guns and magic at the same time, because lame. But we're doing okay. We're going to have Nerthan and our friend wait here. Then we're just going to shoot at everyone down there, because I have low health, and they also have low health. This is Warsword Conquest, for those who are asking again. It's fine. Less fine. Nerthan is down. Nerthan is down, I repeat. Nerthan is down. I am down. I repeat, I am down. Oh, that's Chaos Dwarf territory, technically. Okay, thank God Marathi just showed up. Again, words you will never hear in lore, but, you know, right now. See, now I go to a shop, I sell all of my dungeon stuff, and even though I am inevitably going to lose this money, right? The Warhammer mods for Mount & Blade extensive. This one is pretty extensive. Like, that whole dungeon system is new to the game. You know, they've changed how a lot of stuff works. There's no one, I didn't really think there would be anyone new here, but, you know, it never hurts to dream. My main wish is that I could buy a boat. A boat would be huge for the program. But failing that, we're going to just kind of quietly wander over to Beastman territory. I didn't check how the Wood Elves think about us. Do they have any strong opinion? They don't like us. Alright. You'd never want to fight Corsairs if you can help it in this mod, because they're on a boat, and boat fighting is a miserable mess. Tonia definitely isn't going to like us, right? And I don't know why I bothered asking that question. Greathorn might have a tournament. It doesn't. Macaron, and just as I leave is the tournament in Nagaron. Fucking... Okay. Back we go. I wouldn't mind a small band of, like, bandits, right? It's the 46 Corsair Skaven with guns that I can't handle, you know? I don't feel bad for saying I can't handle that. The tournament happened already, didn't it? It did happen already. We got back to Nagaron for there to be no tournament. This game has lied to me. Why don't they like me? Because, I don't know, they're fucking wood elves, dude. They suck. They're mean. I am firmly spinning my wheels in the mud right now as far as this game goes. It's pretty ridiculous. I just need some shitty bandits. Not asking for the world, I'm asking for shitty band. Well, the 3 Chaos Zealots might have been fine if, you know, the Dark Elf army didn't collectively glass them. Those don't like anyone. You see, this is what I was talking about. This is going to suck. Leave Nerthan alone. Alright, Nerthan got a kill. Way to go, Nerthan. Every time Nerthan does good, I'm like watching a parent take their child, or see their child take their first steps. Nerthan looks upset. Well, don't worry, Nerthan. I have a plan. It's called cheating. Trade with the merchant. What does he have? Health potions. That's actually kind of sick. More Battletech? I will do more Battletech in the future. When I can finally get my hands on a Comstar sourcebook, I would love to make a Comstar video. I should stop saying cheating. That's a very, you know, that's not the right way to put it. I'm time warping. Yeah, 42 Skaven Corsairs? Okay, yeah, that's okay. Okay. Mountain Blade cheese it is. Blakist Jihad, they did do some funny things, those Blakists. I'm scrying the future. You know what? No, I'm, it's like Caves of Quud, where you have that one ability where if you die, you actually just saw the future and you went back in time. That's all I'm doing. It's nothing cheaty about that. That one went wide. I killed something. I'm a strategic mastermind with this plan of circle them and hope they don't remember how guns work. It's working tentatively. One more tournament win, right? That will allow me to buy an Area of Effect spell, and none of these battles will ever be a problem anymore, and they'll be done in 5 seconds. But until I get to that point, agony. Corvus killed someone. Corvus is level 2. Her boy is learning. That's not our boy, but, you know, he's one of the boys. I think that's, you know, we'll be nice to... We should be nice to Corvus. You ever seen one of those awful YouTube shorts where it's just like... how do I even describe it? It's just like that Minecraft pickaxe eternally falling. This is what I feel like I'm doing. Alright. That's fine. It's not fine. Was that a fucking parrot? Sometimes the Skaven just sound funny. Which is very Skaven, at least. Hopefully I had a health potion, so we can go back into this full strength. And there should be at least a few less of them with guns. A few. Okay. It's a lot of damage being dealt, a lot of not any effect. Oh, some of them advanced. Alright, all those... nobody's charge. Slowly but surely, the damage is racking up. Pretty sure I've hit that man in the face with fire 10 times, and he tanks it every time. Which is, you know, great for him. Kind of a dick move. We're locking in a bit. We are locking in a bit, though. Not much. But some amount of brain power is being displayed again. Alright, alright. The horse is almost dead, but the horse gets all its health back when the mission's over. The horse will be fine. This is great for your stats. It's great for my stats. It's not great for... Yeah, we'll hire that guy. Why not? Run here. Wait a minute. No, hang on. Upgrade all of you. Nerthan. Corvus, pardon me. What are you good at? He's good at being a leader, which doesn't help me at all. At all. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Corvus. You are as disappointing as I thought you would be. Yeah, we'll get some power strike. We'll just throw our points fucking wherever. Save. Okay, we have actual soldiers now. And look, we can have exactly one more than we could previously. The door is locked. Things are looking up. You can't really tell, but they are looking up. What are the odds I can make it to Great Horn in time for the tournament? I'm gonna guess 0. But you don't know until you try. Yeah, that's about right. This is Warsword Conquest. Skaven... Maybe we can make it to Skavenblight. They don't mind me. None of the troops need rest, so don't worry about that. We made it to the tournament. And I have a gun to start with. They are cheating. See? Look at that. Life is better. What if you teleport there? I don't have cheats turned on for me to just do that. I don't want to do that for 99% of things. It's finding that one asshole merchant that sells ward saves. And a ward save is definitely not in the future for tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. The stream will probably not go on too much longer. And either way, I mean, I didn't know that was a thing. So, such is life. Alright, well, I mean, I guess... You gotta take the easy wins you get them, you know? Don't turn down an easy win like that. I have the rat. This man is as tall as I am, and I'm on the big rat. He thankfully sucks. Drakenschlong, Pancreas has tumor, donated $20 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Thank you very much, Chief. I appreciate that. It is much appreciated. He's excited. Firefighters are cool. No, my old man is a firefighter. Well, so is mine. He has a gun now. Okay. Tournament money. We have tournament money. Not as much as I would like. Behold as I hit the funny button immediately again. We're going to go training so I can passively train my underlings. Okay, Now, how much money do I have? How much food do I have on me? Okay. You're going back to Clark Harand. I'm going to pray to God I have enough money for some real spells. Some soldiers are ready to upgrade. It's just some normal Druki. But not everyone needs to be on the A team. Is that Thanquol? That was Seer Lord Critalisk, Thanquol's boss. I hate. I'm full of hate. I'm full of endless hate. That is a lot of rats. Almost all of them have firearms. The reach on this sword is vastly underwhelming. And more underwhelming is that I was about 2 seconds away from probably having the perfect spell to deal with this. That was just a dick move. If I can survive just a few more rounds of circling around them like a dickhead, I may open my mouth and die. Okay, where... Oh, it is. Okay, I can get this. I see no problem buying this spell that's well out of my range. And this one. I get the Berserk armor, bud. Oh, maybe that would have been smart. But now I can flame broil all the rats, so it is okay. See? Now watch this. We miscast the next time rates come. I might. Miscasting is very much a thing in this. However, witness. See? It's some good stuff. And though it's weird with saying it, you do get experience for everyone you kill en masse with magic. And then that happened. The horse is kind of going a little nutty. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. I will let this play out, and you may listen to the sweet sounds of someone cheer... Actually, no, it's almost over. Come on, Nervin. Look at him take aim. Look at Nervin. Look at how he holds his weapon. The one rat killed like 4 of your guys. He did. That rat did do that, but Nervin led them to victory in my absence. You button, it removes miscasting at the cost of more mana. I don't think it costs... I don't know. All I know is I'm capturing more rats, and I'm gonna really hope that one goober is, there for me to sell him people. I have no more inventory space. Eesh. Would be smart to upgrade things that weren't the magic at this moment. However, more magic, more gooder. I can't remember, is it 15 or is it 10 that skills max out at? It's one of the two and I don't remember which. A new character, by the way, perhaps? Someone else to, you know what? We can afford a caddy now. Welcome to the team, sir. How much of a mistake was it in hiring your services? He's very charismatic, which doesn't help me. He does have high stats in his weapons, though. It's 10. It's 15. Okay, okay. I've gotten 2 answers of each. Mr. Gotcha, he gets 15. 12.7. Wonder. Okay, good. We've split it. We've split it. Oh, I didn't even see if the cult guy is there. It'd be really convenient if he was. There be none. No, I am getting quite the upkeep cost. But that's fine. I'm now a super wizard. It is now time to bully more rats. You all go back there. My War Sword Conquest time, I see. Yes, it is. And now I do this. They didn't like that. It's every 8 seconds it pings the, what do you call it, the fucking thing. This is the Corn update, yes. Every 8 seconds the mana pool, like, recharges. You get more mana. So, that's, I just need a little bit longer, like 2 more, and most of these other guys will go away. Okay, okay. Now I shoot there. And now everyone charge. Avenge my former incompetence. It's not gone anywhere, but now I'm... well... It be how it be. This is overall a victory, though. Stab him. Stab him. Stab him better. You know, I know at least high elves have Garbo low-tier troops. Okay, we're slowly... wow, they are still Garbo for much longer than I thought. Alright, hang out in the town for a while, I guess. Hello from Brazil. Watch every single one of your videos. I'm sure. Thank you very much, Chief. I appreciate you saying so. More intelligence. First aid. Me think. No. Where is it? Wound treatment. 20% faster healing speed. Sounds quite nice. They all have shitty low-tier troops because Spear Shield combo the AI does not get. No, it doesn't. I have noticed that frequently. Okay. The tavern, maybe our cultist friend and or another hero in the 5 seconds we've been out of town has shown up. Incorrect. The 2 mostly naked women have just decided to hang out. Do not have enough for a boat. Likely on account of the rampant speed at which I'm randomly upgrading troops. Let's go to the dungeon then. Actually, I think this is a city. What is my health at? 92. Yeah, we're just gonna chill. Bloodhorn and Iron Rock. What is this Star Wars ass song? Alright. You cannot say this isn't the accurate Beastman drinking spot experience. Go to jump scare. Yeah, pretty much. Can I go, like, look around the tavern proper now? Or am I just going to get jumped again? Nothing I care about. Bloodhorn. Where even is Bloodhorn? I always forget. That's nowhere I'm making in time. Do the dungeon. Come, my brave warriors. We ride. You are both rather range. Let's move up slowly. There's usually like a million of them in there, so we're going to just hang back a moment. Is this the Dark Elf playthrough still? It is. We're going to wait another 8 seconds on the dot. Unless it's wind 1, then I'm not going to do that, because that gives you a penalty to firing and casting it. In goes the bomb. You all look quite scary. Please die. Please die! Is there another guy in there? Yes. Is that it? No, they're not cheering. That's not it. will find the everyone key again. I found it. Alright, we won. Now it's time to wander around here for half an hour looking for a chest. Sometimes it's in there. It's probably not at the moment. I'm sure I'll find it sooner or later. It's just when will sooner or later be is going to be the funny question of the hour. Oh. Nothing particularly useful. Oh, potion leftovers. That is must be a new feature. Yeah, the installation is very fucky, we shall say. Where? Drake, where are the enemies? I found them. Ow. Jesus. I know I'm playing a Dark Elf, but that extremely long round of stabbing did not feel good. Alright, chest. I need the chest. I need to leave this hellhole. Can I climb this? No. No. I would be able to do that, stupid. Fucking idiot. Moron. Loser. Rattling guns do exist in this mod, and I think you can get them as a weapon. Not frequently, of course, and I don't know if you can even buy them. Chest. Alright, that's reasonable money. We can start getting rid of some of this utter garbage, because I think the 54 shield is worth much less than the actual armor and items and stuff. Oh, these guys have an absurd soak pain skill. Corvus is down. Nerthan is going to follow. There's been another. I'm so glad I didn't get shot there, because I should have. Okay. No more guns. Nerthen is once again down. This is, at this point, this is expected, but he is once again down. He's much more of a morale booster than he is a, you know, an actual fighter. It's like when it's, you know, bring, like, you know, he's like a, that's what I was trying, he's like an office cat, you know? He's not really doing anything, but I'm infinitely happier that he's here. You know? Hello. I don't know how long this dungeon is, by the way. Some of them aren't too long. Some of them they go. This is one of the go one. Okay. Okay. I hate looking for the chest in this particular level, by the way. I might just not bother. Let's see. It could be in so many spaces, and sometimes looking for these chests is just deeply unfun. You know, I get it. It's extra chests on top of the main one at the dungeon. You don't want to make it too easy, but there's making it too easy, and then there's hiding it in the ass crack of nowhere, and sometimes it does it in basically unreachable spots. So, bit of a nitpick, because, you know, dungeons aren't optional. Obviously, conquering the whatever is the main point of the game, but it does make it deeply frustrating sometimes when you're doing this particularly. Wow, they just he's still coming. It's still coming. Anonymous, thank you for the $1 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It's much appreciated, Chief. Remember, oh no. Hmm. 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 Alright, well, I didn't get nearly as much as I would have liked, but I did get a couple fancy-looking things to sell. What is the weight of this? 20? Yeah, that's not gonna work. The higher your encumbrance, the more likely it is you miscast a spell, which is also why I'm not using a shield. I just can't use a shield, period, right now, but there are reasons for the nonsense occurring on screen. Sometimes. Let's just wait here. Still Bloodhorn in other place. Still no one of particular interest. And I still didn't have enough money for a boat. Anonymous, thank you for the 50 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It's awesome to see how much you folks are willing to give to that. It's honestly touching. Thank you. I now can no longer hold the bathroom. So, enjoy the sight of Kazrak One-Eye down there, is apparently who that is. I will be back shortly. The phone came with me, you animals. I see what you're saying in the chat. And before I go through some of the messages, I must concoct my abomination. Tonight's drink is a fine artisanal blend of the finest Fireball, a Miller Lite, and a Monster Energy Zero Ultra. Was that pissing I heard? No, that was the sound of art being created in a class. Oh yeah, that was one of the worst pours I've ever made in my life. That was abominable. I don't know, going through some of the, where was it when I left? Shit. Terrifying if you're by yourself. Yeah, that's, raising some cheddar for charity. Nice of it. Well, I appreciate you saying so. Like I said, and I'll say it again, you know, it is a sponsored stream. I'll mention it again. It is by Mini Maker. I have the, what do you call it? Affiliate link. Yeah, that left my brain for far longer than it should have from a internet funny man's head. So I get a little bit, you know, when if you use the link to buy some minis. So if you'd like to support me, like I said, and you get some minis at a discount, you do that. And again, since it's sponsored, I figured it's only, I don't know, I figured it's only right to any other donations that would come through the stream normally. Just give them to charity. I'm, you know, I'm fine off. So if you do really want to help, you can get yourself some minis and help me a bit that way. Otherwise, other people can use it plenty. And Anonymous, thank you for the 100 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Thank you all very much. Hat for a cat? You don't gotta put me out like that. You don't have to put that out in the public, you know? Maybe this is a conversational pit that has no end and I have no desire to get into. Okay. I would like some more inventory space, and I would also like to be able to shoot from the horsey. The legendary Corona Fireball Ultra? No, I'm afraid I have had to swap out the Corona for the Miller Lite. On account of I don't have any Corona right now. I also, don't have, alright, you know what, hang on a minute. Alright, never mind, I don't need to go away for an indeterminate amount of time. I found it. I also don't really have a proper drinks mixer, so I'm just using a miniature replica of the Abyss Watcher's sword. I will say it does produce some happy chemicals in my brain when I wipe it off, as a great warrior would wipe blood off of his sword. Only my blood is booze, which, at this point, that might just be true, so, you know. If you want to drastically increase viewership, get a flashier, funnier mount. I would, you see, you're not wrong, I'm poor, and all of the tournaments are forever away. I don't know why it came back to the... Oh, hello. Luster. How much are you gonna be? 600 gold? Ah, we can fork up 600 gold for the fine soldier of Luster. Oh, I am thankfully, thanks to all of you wonderful supportive people who watch my nonsense, well off in the real world. In Mountain Blade money, I'm slightly above peasant tier with how expensive it is to do anything in this game. Have I bullied High Elves yet? No, because I'm afraid of them. Because they have techless, and magic in this game is nonsense, much like it is in Warhammer. I don't want to fuck with techless, because you usually don't come out of that one alive. You know, I do understand the end times, right? A little bit of a cloud show there. He's a scary person. Where's Goslar? Where the fuck? It's up here, isn't it? Yep, and it's in Dark Elf territory, and they hate me. Well, for lack of anything better, we'll just wander off down here. Yeah, I'll narrate, why not? Come across a mutated, purulent body. The body did not die of natural causes, nor you suspect in battle. You're about to leave, you catch the diamond clasp in it. I want the shiny. Wonderful, wonderful fake diamond ring. Do elves hate you? The Dark Elves like me. Well, I think the Dark Elves like anyone is... Why am I up here? "63 troops. Flamestorm. It's a Halo device, dude. Just leave it where it sits. Well, nah, this is fantasy. It's more likely to be a cursed object holding a demon. Although, you know, the old ones are in fantasy, too. It could be, you know, some Halo bullshit. It's not the fun kind of Halo bullshit, you know? Though I would much prefer if it was, like, some Forerunner tech. That would be funny. Boom. There are enough of them that didn't make that much of a difference. However, let me show you the main way I cheese this game. Tab. I retreated, but I can go right back in and that resets everything, including the magic kill count for casting area of effect spells. So what you do is you cast a spell that kills a bunch of them, retreat, come back, full mana, and you do that 1,000,000 times. Is it bullshit? Yes. But it's fucking funny. This is just unfortunate placement. The magic failed. Retreat. Just gonna leave. I got enough experience to level up. I could give a damn about that battle now. They will hopefully leave me alone. Sartosa on fire? No, it's just everything around it is on fire. Those are wood elves. Oh no, those are goblins. Never mind, I don't give a shit then. I'm just gonna walk by. If they were wood elves, I'd be deeply afraid, because they don't like me at the moment. He should kidnap Teclis. Playing as a girl. Almost everything about this game was voted for by the chat, so if you know... The call might be coming from inside the house. I got hit with an ad. We get rinsed again. No, I BS cheesed the fight and walked away. Oh, hey, look, I got here and the tournament's over. What a fucking shock. I'll go to a tournament in Khemri. That sounds interesting. If nothing else. What's the arena like? Oh, it is much smaller than I thought it would be. For Khemri. I think this is that Eski guy. It was Aketi. Who am I beating the shit out of for this long that they're still up? Alright, it was a Tomb Lord. Fair enough. That's still rude. Oh, hey, every enemy. Alright. You can have a skeleton horse, yes. Alright, you know what? That was a... I got through on pity. I don't care how I get through as long as I do. Has YouTube been giving anyone else messages, by the way, that it's almost time for bed? I don't remember turning that feature on, but YouTube is trying to dictate my sleep schedule, which, fair enough, it's probably much better than my own. But still, you know, cut it out. Anonymous, thank you for the 20 to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It is much appreciated. I know my monotone voice, doesn't do great for expressing appreciation, but I do appreciate it all, fellas. Sleep, I still have monster cans. Yeah, me too, man. That's part of the drink. They're both on horses. This is bullshit. Oh, well, I nearly took that dude's head off, so maybe it's not as BS as I thought. That was Apophis. Which is very funny for lore reasons. Can you Stand fucking still. Alright, I'm sorry. God. Tomb Lord Yaya. That would be... probably pronounced Yahia. Or something close to that. I had a friend with a very similar name. Kinda looks janky. Oh, it is janky. This is Mountain Blade Warband. This is Jank Central. But that's the fun of it, you know? I'm not here because this is a 10 out of 10 produced, well-made masterpiece of a game. I'm here for the jank. Whoever this person is has an absurd amount of health. It was just a guy. This guy is beating my ass. I'm not getting through on a buy anymore, am I? Nope. Oh, there went a whole lot of my money. Lord Delusion, thank you for the 5 CA to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Much appreciated. It's not a bug, it's a feature. That's what I tell myself. Ow, dick. Where'd my allies go? Why do they all have crossbows? Tomb Kings don't use those. What is this dude made out of? Yes, I've been bodied again. I believe one more dungeon and I will be calling it, for a variety of reasons, including I'm bitter and malding. Why are the Wood Elves all the way over here in the Badlands? What happened? Inventory, food's looking good. We're just gonna chill for a bit. Not nearly as much health as I would like. Oh, I'm at Grom Peak. I'll go hang out with Grom. Wait in the town, get some health back much quicker. Mauled harder so I can get... That is true. I need to Malice Darkblade max. This is a very large tavern. This is not a tavern. This is just a pit. Do you think Wild Haka is his name or a title? It is a dude. I will grab my orc friend. Orc. A lot of goobers out there. Chaos Dwarf Slavers. I don't want to partake in that fight, I don't think. Wow, that's... Jesus. Why are there so many of them over here? Alright. The dungeon may go a little easier this time. We have 3 fellas now. I don't know what's being thrown at me. Remember when I said it would go easier when my orc got one shot? Methinks I'm not ready. Come on. Okay. Okay. Dodge. I'm playing Galaga. I played Galaga poorly. I played Galaga very poorly. Alright, we need... Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go to the Drakenhof. There's a dungeon there. We're gonna do that one. That one seems a little nicer. Oh, I'm walking through the Empire, right? They don't like me. Alright, we're just gonna hang out. The dungeon is level 4, thank you very much. Nurthen must be upgraded. He will be stronger. Trigger warning next time for Sterling. You're right, I'm sorry. Do I not have enough money to pay? I don't have any money. Right, I thought I had 500 and the cost was... Okay. Not ideal. We gotta really hope this dungeon has stuff, and we are capable of getting that stuff. He's Nurthen Unbound. I demand 5 million Nurthen fan arts immediately. That one didn't count. Fun fact, the chest can be anywhere in this level, so I'm just gonna bum it for the exit. Yeah, we fan arts only though, of course. Alright. 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 Everyone please come in here, I'm afraid. Surely it will hit now. Nurthen was immediately knocked out. I don't think Nurthen is, was built for this life. I don't think I'm built for this life either. Need to use the Labubu power. I don't know what those words mean. I don't know if I want to know what those words mean. He's gonna go down sooner or later, I know it. Alright, now that one I'm calling horse shit. Where did you come from? What are you throwing at me? Nurthen is how Felix thinks he is in combat. And, yeah, and Felix is what Nurthen thinks he is. I see the rat. I see the rat. Come on. Alright. Nice 6 damage. Cool. There we go. 2 sword. Two curved swords. Whiterun guards would be in shambles right now. I'd like to apologize for entering this room. He's gonna poison me and my life is gonna be miserable for it. What is that rat fucking made out of? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Not to worry, I've come up with a plan. The time warp is once again successful. The time warp has been a victory. Stream over then? Yeah, stream was going to be over regardless of the outcome of that dungeon. And yeah, the end times hit. I'm malding. Well, not bad, or no. But yes, thank you all again for coming. It has been much appreciated. Like I said, one more time for both to send us off. This stream was sponsored by Minimaker. With the link in the pinned chat and the description, you can get yourself some minis for a bit of a discount, and it helps me out. Yeah, they're cool minis. You know, one more time. I don't know what I just turned something completely wrong on. Look at the funny elf on the dinosaur. Fucking look at him. He's pretty cool. All right, I vanish again. And yes, and other than that, thank you very much for supporting the charity today. It is much appreciated. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, night, day, afternoon, whatever time of day it is when next stream. It'll happen. Holy shit, grown-ass man reveal. I am 26 years old. I am a grown man. You may not think it from the way I speak and act in general, but I am a grown-ass man. But yes, so wish you all a wonderful, however long the rest of your day lasts. Thank you again. Go to Minimaker for the cool minis, and it helps me get a kickback, and you get a bit of a discount. The word discount also left my brain. And otherwise, yeah, thank you, and thank you very much once again for supporting the charity. It is humbling to see how much you all are willing to help. So yeah, have a good rest of your whatever, folks. I will see you all next time. Take care.